Hello and welcome to War on the Sea. Today we are going to continue with the single battle missions, and we are going to do the second mission, which is the Coral Sea, the attack on the Shoho. So, U.S. reconnaissance aircraft sight the Japanese carriers protecting the Port Moresby invasion force. So this is a relatively quick mission because we have 4 groups, actually more than that. We have 6 groups of attack aircraft, and those aircraft include 2 groups of Devastators, 2 groups of Dauntless, and 2 groups of escorting fighters. And the enemy isn't on the map yet, but they will appear as soon as I begin. And we just need to execute the attack and do what we can to sink the Shoho. So let's get started. Okay, so for our Devastators, we are going to actually have them start decreasing their altitude. Okay, so here are the enemy ships. We are going to try to have our Devastators attack from 2 different directions. So I'm going to actually pause this for a second. Actually, let me change it so I can decrease the loudness just for a second. Okay, so going to the map. Now, the ideal way for torpedo planes to attack a carrier or any ship that they want to torpedo is to have not just them attacking from 2 different sides. You actually want to have them attack at a perpendicular angle to each other, because ideally you want to attack a ship from directly on broadside, because then it becomes the largest target to hit, and the ships will naturally turn to try to evade and reduce the aspect angle such that they will be moving either directly away or directly towards the torpedoes, therefore reducing the size of the target. So, for example, if my Devastators here move up to this position and then attack, these ships will either turn into the attack or turn away. Now, if that's happening, I want my subsequent attack, or potentially an identical attack, to be attacking from the new direction that they turn to, or perpendicular to that. So the idea being that if you evade one set of torpedoes from one attacking group of airplanes, then you will, in your evasion, move directly into the path of the second group, which will then get a hopefully successful attack. So what I need to do here is kind of plan it out so I can achieve that. And at this point, if I have these Devastators immediately move into attack, I can then try to follow up with this group of Devastators if I manage it properly. But since I'm still relatively new to this game, and the geometry right now isn't all that perfect, I'll have to see what I can finagle. And we'll continue back into the battle and see what we can do. Okay, so let's see, going into orders. I want to have my Dauntlesses just get in there and begin their attack. So Dauntlesses, we need to find out what our targets are. So 8. Okay, so we have cruiser, destroyer, cruiser. There's the Shoho right there, and looks like 2 new cruisers as well. That might be like a Furotaka class, I think. Okay, so new contact aircraft. So we have some bad guys coming in to attack our Dauntlesses, so we need to have our Wildcats come in defense of them, which looks like they're already doing, which is fantastic. So I have my Wildcats up here. Yep, they're already moving into position, and the Dauntlesses are fleeing, which is good. So we will select our first unit of Dauntlesses, and we're going to have them just go right in and attack the Shoho. So target mode and attack. Actually, I'm just going to click on attack, and we will then select our second unit of Dauntlesses and click on attack. Actually, I need to have them pick a target first. So target 10 and attack. And looks like they're already starting to turn to starboard, so we're going to have these Devastators over here. And did I select the right ones? At 10 through 13. So we're going to have you target the Shoho again and attack. And we will have the second group of Devastators, which are currently fleeing the battle area. Let's get back in there. And have them target the Shoho and attack. And now we can kind of spy what's going on with our aircraft here. Looks like plenty of combat going on. There's somebody up here, looks damaged. And some aircraft are, my aircraft are okay so far. Somebody's going down there. I'm not sure who that is. We have looks like a 0 moving in on my Wildcat, which doesn't look good. And he took a hit and is now burning. Yeah, it looks like he might be going down. Actually, we already have one Wildcat going down, which is bad. But our Dauntlesses are approaching the target. Devastators, I don't know what these guys are up to. You should be attacking. So it says you're attacking 10. Okay, so maybe they're getting into position, lowering their altitude, and preparing for their attack run. Dauntlesses are moving into position. So we will lock on to one of them. Okay, our Devastators are actually closing in on the targets. Hopefully the Wildcats will be able to keep the enemy fighters busy. And the Dauntlesses are going to be passing over ship number 8, which appears to be, that looks like a Furutaka class to me. I don't think that makes much of a difference. And they're opening fire on the Dauntlesses. And 17. So this group here are now under attack, and they have begun their attack run. So here they go. They're awfully close. One just got shot down. Bombs away. Oh! Dead center. That was fantastic. Okay. Mission completed for you dudes. Now it's up for the second group. One's already shot down. Come on. Let's finish this guy off right when we can. Bombs away. Another hit on the port bow, and looks perhaps like a one on the dead center again. We just lost another Dauntless, unfortunately. And the Devastators should be beginning their attacks any second. Okay. So these Dauntlesses are moving into position. I think I just want to have you guys leave the battle area at this point. Yeah, the Devastators are not in the best position to initiate their attacks. And we can check out the Shoho. You can't quite tell how slow you're going, but you definitely took some bomb hits, and I would suggest you're on fire. Maybe the bombs detonated inside, and so the bombs are doing damage inside. Here come the Devastators. They're flying right over this light cruiser. We just launched one, but come on, let's drop your torpedoes. We just lost a second one. Okay, 2 torpedoes away. Now, good luck, guys. Get the hell out of there. And any hits? None yet. They look good. They look good. Okay, fires are rising, and I think we're going to get 2 torpedo hits. I think one was a dud. Oh, that's not good. Are you telling me we literally just had 2 duds? Alright, we're going to have to check. Struck by dud torpedoes. Ah. Devastators never get the, they always get the short end of the stick, don't they? Like, they're obsolete planes, they're awfully slow, and they just seem to get their butts kicked and can't seem to get away with killing anything. Okay, so our Dauntlesses, let's see if we can select, can we, like, send them home from here? I guess we can just have them navigate away from the battle area this way, because they would be heading south. Ooh, I've lost a lot of planes, but if we can sink this guy, then that'll be worth it, I think. Get more Dauntlesses, have them Navigate to the south. And second group of Dauntlesses. Okay. Second group of Devastators. Let us get back on them. They are closing in on the Shoho. The Shoho's escorts are not in as good a position this time to defend her. God, I just would not want to be a Devastator pilot with, like, I think these planes have a maximum speed of something like 110 knots. And yeah, it's there we go, torpedo away. And we just lost the lead plane. And I see 4 torpedoes coming in. Take another screenshot. And we will follow these torpedoes in on the Shoho. I think we're going to get at least one hit. Hopefully we'll get some detonations. Yeah, we should get 2 hits. There we go. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And the 4th one just missed. Okay, that should be pretty darn devastating. Which is a kind of an appropriate term, seeing as it was done by Devastators. Alright. My Wildcats are still engaging with the Zeros here, and things are pretty ugly. And honestly, they should try to break formation at this point. And number 10 is sinking, which is what I want to hear. There goes the Shoho. Yep, the 3 torpedoes on the port side are causing her to list heavily in that direction. And looks like she's going to go down. Yep, so the hangar deck is already awash. And it won't be very long at all before she sinks. Grab a screenshot. And my Wildcats are still engaging. I have 3 Wildcats against 3 Zeros. And 2 Wildcats against 3 Zeros. Maybe I can have my other Wildcats just get the hell out of there. But I don't know how you're going to break. Oh, we just kind of had a head-on collision over here. Or at least a head-on strike. And they just did it again. I literally just watched these 2 guys crash into each other. Alright, well, if you want to sacrifice yourself that way, Zero, then you can. But unfortunately that means I've lost all of my fighter escorts. But it also means I can have my Devastators return home. So, looking at the Shoho, the deck is currently awash, and there is not going to be any rescuing of this one. So, we're going to call this one a success. We will go here, and I'm just going to retreat in 35 seconds, so that's not a big deal. Alright, no damage on any of the other ships. Okay, minor damage on 11, which was, sure, I think it was a Furutaka class. But we sunk the Shoho, so there we go. And since this was a relatively short mission, we're just going to move right ahead into the next one. So the next battle is still the Battle of Coral Sea. This is the Sims and the Neosho, and basically the tables have turned. Unfortunately for the Japanese, they were not able to detect an enemy carrier or an American carrier for this battle. They think that the Cimarron, which is a Neosho class oiler, was a carrier, and they begin their attack. First thing I got to do now is I got to get these ships moving as fast as I can. So maximum speed for the Sims and the Cimarron as well. Okay, you're already at max speed. And Sims, we're going to turn on your radar. I don't see anything yet. So maybe I jumped the gun a little bit. Okay, there we go. And we are going to go full right rudder on both ships, in the hopes of thwarting their attack with these bombers. Not much else we can do except fire as best we can against them. There goes the Sims. And let's look at the... Here come the Vals. Diving on the Sims, in fact. And, oh, Sims took a hit. You're going to see the damage on her. Go to the Sims. Okay, light damage. We can handle this. We want to avoid colliding with the Cimarron, so we're just going to keep our wild maneuvering up as much as we can. And have the Sims with our main guns. Yep, we are firing at will, and we want to maintain that. Okay, second group of bombers are coming in. Looks like they're going after the Cimarron, which is not going to be able to evade. This is going to be ugly, I think. Oh, took a hit. Let's check out the damage on her. Flooding. And we have a fire. Alright. I mean, it's still possible to repair. Alright, here comes the Sims. And here comes attack number 3. On the Cimarron. Probably going to take another hit, almost certainly. Okay, 2 more floods. And the final attack. Yikes, that was fast. Alright. Can we hold on? Okay. I think the attack is over, so we are going to go rudder amidships. And let's slow down. If we can. And get that flooding under control. Let us send the Sims out of maneuvering wildly, and we will slow down and continue to escort Cimarron if we can. We'll go a little bit this way. Get back to see how repairs are going. A lot of flooding here. Go. Repairing this section. Another 50 seconds for this guy. Here we're going to do time compression. Okay, speeding things up. Fire is still burning. Ah, damn it. We lost her. A little while later, the fire spread. And that's just too much, so we're going to have to abandon ship. So unfortunately, we lost the Cimarron, but Sims did survive. Be able to pick up survivors, and that's better than what happened historically, so I guess I can't complain too much about that. Okay, so I'll have Sims kind of in a position like we are rescuing survivors. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and we will move on to the next one.